Hello, everyone. My name is Mark Hagayama, and I'd like to welcome everyone here to Be Your Own Hero. I want to wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas. And this is kind of a review video of the year. And I am so, so grateful for so many things. And I just want to touch on some of these things and do a little bit of different things. Uh, And I want to go back to when I got diagnosed with cancer, which was back in 2021. Uh, and to relive that, basically, uh, I got my diagnosis from my oncologist who spoke to my wife and I, and she told us that, you have stage 4 prostate, bone, and lung cancer, and your cancer is so bad I can't cure you. So I was put in a fog, but I was determined to beat cancer and to live, and I'm still here today, thank God. And I'm so grateful for each and every single day because every single day is a blessing and a gift. And, every day that you open your eyes and you have the opportunity for a new day, is just incredible. And so I'm thankful every day I wake up now and I open my eyes and I am just so thankful that I have each and every new day, and I never take that for granted. So I just wanted to start with that, and a couple of things I want to point out to you. And there's a song that is I really like, and I'm not a big country fan, but it's a song by Tim McGraw several years ago, and you might want, if you've never heard of it, it's just the lyrics are amazing, and the song is called "Live Like You Were Dying." And it speaks for itself because I set my first goal as to make it to my birthday, which is in June. And I made this goal in January. And up until then, I didn't know whether I was going to live or not. I really didn't. And when I opened my eyes on my birthday that day, it was one of the best days of my life. Absolutely. And so I've come to a new appreciation of life, and my life has completely changed for the better, without a question. And then there's another move, I've saw a few really good movies and including Top Gun Maverick, which I'm sure most of you have seen. But there's a movie that we saw, and we were just kind of scrolling Netflix with the family trying to figure out what to watch. And we came across a movie, and I would highly recommend it. And my daughter Tani is a huge Dennis Quaid fan, and so she saw that, and so we didn't know anything about it, never heard of it, never heard anybody talk about it. But we said, yeah, let's watch it. We're not doing anything else, and it was one of the best movies I have ever seen. It's called I Can Only Imagine, and it's about a group called Mercy Me, and the biggest Christian single, and it actually went into different genres as well uh, in history. And so the movie is like a roller coaster, but had one of the best endings I have ever seen. And so I'd highly recommend it. It's a movie that you could watch with your family, and and I just absolutely loved it. In fact, I watched the very ending this morning, and I just relived it, and it's just such a great movie. And so I'm so thankful, and I want to thank some people, and I want to thank my mother Betty, my sister Julie, my brother Ron, uh, especially my wife Beth. When you go through cancer, you bring people with you, whether they like it or not, if they're in your life, and it's hard on other people as well. It's maybe even harder on the other people who are not experiencing the cancer because they're helpless, and so their hands are tied. So thank you so much, Beth. I love you so much. My daughter Lisa, who I've talked about her a lot. She helped take care of me back in 2021 and rushed from. She lives in New York and rushed with her fiance John and came here and came to California and helped out for 2.5 months. And I always it was such a great experience just spending that time with her. My daughter Tani, who has just been has my had my back the uh, whole way. My son-in-law Matt, my granddaughter Peyton, who we've had the incredible gift and joy of, babysitting her for the last year, and we've seen her grow. And from the time she was born, we were there the day she was born, and now she's about, I think, 14 or 15 months now, and just into everything. I want to share a quick story about Peyton, and people always ask me, "Hey, why don't you ever put pictures of her?" And because the parents, Tanya and Matt, do not want Peyton's picture at all on social media, I've respected that, haven't done it, but I just want to share a story about her. I have an office at the far end of our house, and I keep my door open when Peyton's around, and she likes to peek around the corner and she smiles at the doorway and just I always say, "Come on, Peyton, come on in." And I'm always happy to see her. And uh, one day, I believe it was last week, she came in my office and she likes, she's uh, a toddler now, and she loves to play with everything in my office. And one of the things she does is likes going over to my paper shredder, and I'm looking, and she's seen me use it, and so she's really smart. And so she's like pressing and pressing and pressing, and she pressed the on button, and it makes like a real, uh, it makes a good sound. And to watch her jump up and shake and look at me like she did something wrong. I laughed for days, and I still laugh because it was so funny. And so she's brought so much joy and makes me laugh all the time because she does just the craziest things. I'd also like to thank so many friends and family, and if I've forgotten you, I apologize, but you're always in my heart. And I'd like to thank Terry and Mylene Kramer for everything that they've done. Pete Thomas, who's just a special friend. I really appreciate you, Pete, and I know you watch this channel. Um, and so many friends and neighbors who have helped out, along with uh, my uh, daughter's in-laws, Patty and Dean Tuck, and they're in California, and we really appreciate them and everything that they've done for the family. And then also, I am so thankful for our cancer conquering community, which we meet on Zoom at 12 Eastern every Thursday, and we just had our Christmas gathering, and it was a lot of fun. And we had a virtual gift giving session, and people were amazing, and people sang songs and said poems and remembrances, and it was a really, really fun event, maybe the best event we've ever had. And I'd like to thank Shannon Lee-Sin for being my co-moderator and for coming up with our newsletter, which is will be coming out in January. Uh, Boyd Dunleavy, who helped moderate for a couple years at least, and all the work effort that he's put in. We really appreciate Boyd, and he did a great job. Dr. Gary Phillips, who's our resident nutritionist and shares uh, freely shares important nutritional information with everybody. Lihia Chacon Hernandez, who helped, share the message about this event, and along with others, Steve Lincoln, Georges Cordoba, and many others. Uh, I also like to thank two gentlemen, specifically John Withers of the founder of foreverstory.com, and John Jackson, and I'm going to be putting out a video about them with them uh, early next year. I also like to thank everyone on LinkedIn, the 32,000 followers. Every morning, what I do is I post or repost messages of hope or videos of hope and inspiration. And I really enjoy doing that and looking for that material. And it also helps me as well with this message. And so all the people on LinkedIn, there's just way too many people to mention. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Also, everyone, all the subscribers on YouTube, as well as Rumble, for To Be Your Own Hero, this channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I wanted to share a text message uh, that meant the world to me. And the gentleman that sent it to me, his name is Mike Starks. And here's what he said. He said, "Thank you, Mark, for your servant's heart. You literally saved my life." And that was the greatest text I've ever gotten. And I've sent him, information that I've used to help with my cancer journey. And Mike's used it for himself. And so he sent me that text message, and uh, the greatest text message I've ever gotten. And so I really appreciate that. And I'd like to wish each and every one of you a very, very Merry Christmas, a very blessed Christmas. And whatever you celebrate, it doesn't matter your religion. What matters is the spirit of the season and the spirit of Christmas. And what makes it so special is our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ was born that day. And, to me, Christmas is not about the presents and festivities and all that. That comes with it, which is great. But the true meaning comes from the heart. And if we can keep that in mind and keep spreading that throughout the year, that would be a great thing, because this world keeps needing to come together, and we need to help our fellow man and spread goodwill between all of us, because the only way this world is going to become better is if we all make an effort to make it better. So thank you so much for joining me at To Be Your Own Hero. Please like, subscribe, make a comment in the comment section of this video, and we will see you next week on To Be Your Own Hero. Thank you very much.